Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Wednesday, April 12th, 2023. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Ministry of Health unveiled its rebranded Behavioural Health and Wellness Centre. Formerly known as the Mental Health Unit, the centre was reformed in an effort to ensure the comfort and the successful rehabilitation of its clients, hoping to spread awareness on the importance of caring for those suffering from mental health disabilities. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs, Shalisa Martin Clark, shared a poetic piece entitled Stigma.
Why do you always stop and stare? Is it because I'm not all there? Do you think I'm a freak, or a nut, or a loon? That I'll howl like a wolf when it's next a full moon? You try to avoid me. You think I'm dangerous. Do you think that the illness I have is contagious? When you see me approach, you cross over the street, and as I pass by you, you study your feet, scared that to look me right in the eye will lead to your end, and that slowly you'll die, riddled with illness and strangeness and pain. But believe me, my illness is the cause of less pain than your response to my illness again and again. Poor mental health is a killer, it's true, but some of it's down to your actions. Yes, you. Don't look away and don't stop and stare. Instead, treat me normally, please, if you dare. I'm really just like you, in need of a friend. Stop staring, start listening, and help my pain end. My people, stigma is real. Let us be more compassionate, tolerant, helpful, and loving to each other and to persons with lived experience of mental illness.
Also highlighting the importance of caring for our mental health, Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley, spoke of the significance of the rebranding and encouraged the general public to show compassion to individuals with mental illnesses.
It was important that we saw the need to open a special purpose facility away from the usual hospital setting. But it's also important that we are renaming this facility and creating, we hope, through the renaming, a new approach on the island of Nevis to how we treat and deal with mental health. It is absolutely important, from all that we've heard thus far, that we adopt a different approach, that we seek to eliminate stigma, we seek to eliminate discrimination, and that we create a space for individuals who need care and who can feel comfortable. And so I would want to wish this facility all the very best. I think we have competent and well-run facility, we have competent staff, and the government is committed to making this work, and we are committed to providing the resources to ensure that we see mental health as a critical part of our overall health and overall well-being. So I join in with the PS, in urging all of us to do what we can to end the stigma and not to treat people as different or as bad people because they happen to have issues with mental health.
Also present at the March 31st event was Office Assistant at the Behavioural Health and Wellness Centre, Mika O'Brien, who discussed the centre's new logo, and Councillor Macmillan Cuffey, who spoke of the dangers of the stigma surrounding mental health. The event was chaired by Coordinator Community Nursing Services, Deslyn Tyson-White. The Ministry of Health continues to expand its diagnostic services at the Alexandra Hospital. Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley, says the government has made a commitment to enhance the healthcare capacity on the island.
And we're pleased to announce that a brand new Plan Med Clarity 3D digital mammography system, a mammogram machine, at a cost of US $234,585, is now here in Nevis, on site at the Alexandra Hospital, and will be commissioned for use shortly. Echocardiogram services, which is an ultrasound of the heart, is also now available at our radiology department. So you all would recall that we've introduced a CT scan. we are now introducing mammogram services, and we have also introduced the echocardiogram, which I'm told is an ultrasound of the heart. So all of those diagnostic tools are now being deployed for our benefit at the Alexandra Hospital.
Meantime, the Alexandra Hospital has revised its visiting hours.
2 visiting schedules will now be in place, effective from the 3rd of April. Visiting hours are from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., except on Tuesdays and Thursdays, on which days there are no visits allowed. Our public is asked to adhere to the dress code and ensure that they wear their mask when visiting the wards. That is part of the requirement.
Meantime, members of staff at the Alexandra Hospital were among 25 persons who completed first responders training in March.
As we work disaster preparedness, emergency response, and the Ministry of Health, we are very pleased to announce that on Friday, the 10th of March, 2023, 25 individuals received their certificates having successfully completed a 3-week first responders training. Participants included staff from the police, the Defense Force, Alexandra Hospital, Four Seasons, and the chief facilitators were Nurse Roxanne Brooks from the St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross and U.S. nurse paramedic Ann Hiley Gergel. Participants are now equipped to provide life-saving pre-hospital care in the community they serve, and we thank our partners, the Four Seasons Homeowners Foundation and the St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross.
Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley, recently gave some updates on road construction projects which are taking place across the island. These include road works in Brownhill, Cohoon Estate and Bath Village.
The Brownhill Village Basketball Court Road, I'm proud to say to the people of Brownhill that started on the 20th of March. We have installed approximately 1,200 feet of 4-inch mains, and this 4-inch main replaces a 2-inch main that currently served persons in the area. Customers will be connected shortly. Cohoon's Estate, people of St. Thomas's, we have not and will not forget you. That project at Banjo's Road, they call it, where the man Banjo lives, that started on the 15th of March, 2023, with installation of 900 feet of new 2-inch pipeline ahead of planned road upgrade there. It includes the reconnecting of 18 customers and a new fire hydrant. Incidentally, we will also be installing fire hydrants in Brownhill. The Bath Village Road commenced on the 13th of March. We have now completed the installation of 4-inch mains up Bath Hill towards the police barracks from Bath Road, and we expect that that work will continue apace. Insofar as the construction is concerned on Bath Road, that has restarted in full. Some ancillary works, such as concreting of driveways and side street tie-ins, were done during the month. Also during the time, works resumed on a section of the roadway from the Alberta Payne Community Centre to Bellevue Road. Concrete curbs and swales are currently being laid. Additionally, utility pole relocations that has happened at the intersection of Bath Road and Bellevue Roads, those are expected to be completed shortly. The intent is to have the first section of Bath Road from the roundabout to the Alberta Payne Community Centre and the section of Bellevue Road from the intersection to just shy of the Bath Hotel Gate completed by the end of April 2023.
Road construction works are also taking place in Butlers on the island main road from Cliff Dwellers to Nisbet Plantation and from Church Ground to Hamilton Estate.
Work on the Butlers Road has also recommenced. Work will be focused on the reconfiguration of the intersection at the Butlers Health Centre. The intersection will be widened to the adjacent lots to improve the turning maneuvers at that intersection, and we think that this will be a marked improvement for the people of Butlers. The Island Main Road project from Cliff Dwellers to Nisbet continues. Asphalting has been completed on the section of the roadway from Cliff Dwellers to Mount Nevis, except for this section at Hurricane Hill. Grading works are currently being carried out on that section of roadway between Nisbet's Settlement and Nisbet's Hotel. Major roadside cleaning has also been done on the road from Church Ground to Upper Hamilton. This was done primarily to better facilitate the collection of survey data for the design process. You would recall that this is one of the roads that we're committed to from Church Ground, coming into Church Ground and to Hamilton as an important bypass road, and so the people there would see some work there shortly.
Premier Brantley also gave an update regarding the Public Works Department's asphalt plant.
Very good news that the replacement parts for the asphalt plant heating system are now on island. We are aware that they were destroyed by fire and that had held us up in terms of some of the road works and road repairs. But they are now on island, and I'm very happy to say that we hope that they'll be installed shortly and the asphalt plant will be back up to full production.
Prime Minister and Minister of Health in St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, says everyone in the Federation should have access to health services when and where they need them without financial hardship. In his address in observance of World Health Day, April 7th, Prime Minister Drew said universal health coverage is a political and social imperative. He noted that universal health coverage is a priority for the government, who is working to determine the financing mechanisms needed to support the implementation of a sustainable national health insurance scheme. He added that in St. Kitts and Nevis, non-communicable diseases such as heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and cancer are major contributors to morbidity and mortality and major obstacles to our attaining health for all. Meantime, Prime Minister Drew says re-emerging diseases like norovirus is the pathogen causing the current gastroenteritis outbreak. This was confirmed through laboratory testing of samples sent off to the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CAFA. He says we are all responsible for playing our part in controlling this outbreak by practicing proper hand hygiene. Other re-emerging diseases like chikungunya and Zika are circulating in Latin America and the Caribbean, and it is just a matter of time before we are affected. The Ministry of Health has scaled up its vector control activities to mitigate this impact. Poliomyelitis is a vaccine-preventable disease. However, a few cases have been identified in the region of the Americas. The Ministry of Health continues to invest resources in the expanded program on immunization to maintain its high vaccination coverage rates. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.